Mike Weaver is my guest here. A new album comes out next Friday, and it is going to be packed full of songs that will wreck you in a good way. The new book from Mike Weaver has just come out. You can find it on Amazon, places you buy books. Right. And now we also have a sort of a reality show to talk about.
Man.
How did this happen?
Well, I'll tell you, that's like, dude, big dudes. I mean, I'm already stressed out just because of the cameras that are here. I mean, we're not looking for a television show. You know what I mean? Well, Matt Crouch from TBN called, and we were just sharing, and he was talking about some songs that had ministered to him. And by the end of the conversation, we'd just been talking about life, and he goes, "Look, I want you to make a show about this." And I was like, "Oh no, dude, you got the wrong guy." You know what I mean? We do not. Not cameras, not coming on the bus, not coming on. You know, all this stuff. But I really felt compelled in the Lord. He was saying, "I want you to share this stuff," and I was like, "Well, what do we have to share, man? We're like these church dudes and like all this stuff." And then all of a sudden, it dawns on me, yeah, but like losing your feet to amputation is not necessarily a church thing, you know. Hating yourself every day because you don't really realize who Jesus says you are. That's not a church thing, you know. Our drummer Brian, man, and his wife, and their struggle with, you know, fertility and trying to become pregnant and have a family, dealing with those issues. That's not a church thing necessarily. And man, I'll tell you, man, the Lord just began to allow us to share from this place of the things that we've been through from pain, you know. And here we have this thing. They followed us around on the bus. We went to, man, it's, you know, on the ocean. We've been in the snow. We've been it's like every kind of place that they followed us around into, and us just kind of telling the story of this last season while we're on the road and ministering and having our families out and being at home, like all those things, and trying to finish this record at the same time. It's kind of like the chronicle of this record as well. And so,
and people can find it on TBN.
TBN, that's exactly right.
Okay.
In September, I believe 11, 12, something like that.
Okay, so right next week. Right around the album. Okay.
Yep, right before the record comes out.
Okay, I'm thinking of The Office, how they followed the Office around, but then all the things they were filming air on a PBS documentary, and they're like, "Oh no, now everybody gets to see it." Is there anything in the filming you're like, "Oh gosh, I hope that makes the editing room floor"?
Oh man, you know, I felt like the whole thing would be that way, you know, and we were like sitting up at night going like, "Oh man, is this going to be like the most embarrassing thing ever?" I mean, we are not those people. Like, they don't want to see, man, this is not going to be interesting. And then we start watching it back, and it just seemed real, man. And that's something that the Lord's doing, I think. And it's our offering, man. You know, we're not trying to be anybody. You know, we realize that anything that we have or anything that we are is only Jesus, you know, and that's what we're presenting to people. And we're trying to be as transparent in the entire process as we can be, you know.
Awesome.